Welcome my top 10 people I would trust with my last slice of pizza. Please remember this is not financial advice. Bitcoin just did exactly what we were looking for. After bouncing off the yearly lows, Bitcoin rallied all the way up to 67,400, nearly tagging our 67,500 liquidity target before getting rejected and falling back towards $65,000. Now the big question is, was that the local top? Or is Bitcoin simply building fuel for another move higher? Here's what's interesting. The EVO, Bitcoin's volatility index, closed red again yesterday. That's generally bullish for Bitcoin because falling volatility means panic is fading. However, the volatility candles are getting smaller and smaller, suggesting a major move is getting closer. At the same time, Bitcoin closed yesterday's candle red, showing that sellers are still defending the resistance zone. Looking at the monthly liquidation heat map, large liquidity clusters continue to build on both sides of price. A significant pool sits around the $58,000 level, just below February's low, making it a potential downside magnet if weakness returns. On the upside, another major liquidity pocket is forming around $80,000, suggesting that if Bitcoin regains momentum, there is still plenty of fuel higher. This tells us one thing: the market still has unfinished business in both directions. Meanwhile, the macro picture is becoming increasingly important. The Bank of Japan surprised markets with a rate hike, but despite that, the dollar barely moved. In fact, the dollar index is still holding its bullish structure and is currently testing the 21-day EMA. If the dollar holds here and breaks higher, that's not ideal for Bitcoin. So in the short term, caution is still warranted. Bitcoin bounced hard from the lows, volatility continues to decline, liquidity is building both above and below price, but the dollar still looks like it wants to break out. And until that changes, Bitcoin may struggle to sustain a move above resistance. The next few days could determine whether this was just a relief rally or the beginning of a much larger trend reversal. And that's why I posted on X. SOPR by cost basis band still hasn't printed a true deep loss spike. The absence of a deep loss spike suggests one thing: the market hasn't fully capitulated yet. Another on-chain signal remains absent. The short-term holder, long-term holder profit to volatility ratio has yet to flash a signal. So what do you think? Has Bitcoin truly bottomed? Or is the real capitulation still ahead? Let me know in the comments. Have a nice day. Bye.